Hey everyone, I'm Heath and I started this channel. I'm calling it Bierman Ageless Iron. My grandfather got me into tractors, restoring old tractors, playing with them, just having fun with them. And they're a lot of fun. It gets a little expensive. Long story short, when I was, I don't know, probably 13 or 14, we went to the state fair here in South Dakota, and there was a guy making hats, and Grandma had a hat made for Grandpa, and of course now I can't find the hat, but it said Bierman Ageless Iron, and it had a picture of the very first tractor that we did. It was a 1936 Farmall F20. I've already got it posted on my channel there. You can stop by and take a look at that. There's a little story to it. But I lost my grandpa about 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in December, I guess. So very special man to me. Really didn't want anything but one tractor, and that was that F20. And I ended up with all the tractors with some help from my mother. And so I thought I would keep Bierman Ageless Iron going. And I'm out at the farm now, and it is a mess, and we have got a lot of cleaning up to do. But if you'll travel along with me here, and I'll show you some of the projects that I'm going to have going. We'll take a walk out here. We're going to go into the shed first. I'll show you what he had started, and we had both worked on it a little bit, but I'm not sure how well the video is going to take in here. There's no electricity out here anymore. I guess there never really was in the shed here, but we'll go in here and take a look, and I'll show you some things. Now, this place has been abandoned for about, I guess, 15 years. So we'll see if I can get the video swept around here, and I'll show you some of the projects. So we're gonna walk inside here. I'll show you some of the things. And this is what 50 years of auction sales and everything goes. This is his latest tractor that he bought before he died, or his last one that he bought. It's an F20N. Not sure of the year. I don't have a brush here to scrape the serial number off. Yeah, this one's in the works. He does have it loose and the head off, and he got a good start on it, but as they always do, they need tires and wheels. And then here, this is the second one that he ever did. It's an F12. Yeah, it's an F14 and an F12 put together. He kind of used one for parts and the other and called it an F12. And obviously I know the steering column should be straight, and that's not original. Somebody added that on, but this tractor has always been really hard starting. I did have it running last year. It runs good once it starts, but you have to pull start it. You'll wear yourself out cranking it, and once in a while she'll kick you. And then this was the first plow that he ever bought, John Deere. Not good on John Deere plows, 2-bottom. First plow he ever bought and used. He got it from Uncle Oscar Bierman, I guess. So that's here. I might get that washed up and take it to some shows and do some plowing with it. But I've got another plow that is really my favorite plow, and I'll show you that one. Now we'll go back here, past the old Johnson snowmobiles that do run. Had a lot of fun on those as a kid, but this is a regular that I bought at an auction sale in Condie, South Dakota. And he did have this one loose. He didn't have it going, but it's probably the most complete one. I don't know, we'll probably get this one pulled out and get to working on this one. We got a lot of junk to clean up out of here. But when I bought this tractor for him at that auction, it was actually there was a tree growing up through the drawbar, and we had to take the tree down and get it out. But this one's actually a pretty nice tractor. It's nice and straight, and I wish I could remember the name of the guy that had it. But yeah, that's the regular that I bought there in Condé. Now we'll make our way back over here. And we've got all kinds of parts. The coons have gotten in here and knocked all the shelves off, and we got a lot of work to do out here. I'll walk you over here, and I'll show you this one. This one I picked up in Rosholt, South Dakota. I actually went up and got it. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. And I haven't decided which way I'm going to go with this one yet. It's a F14. Pretty complete. Transmission's froze up, clutch is froze up, engine's froze up, of course. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this one yet. This has got a lot of work that needs to be done to it. But it could be a fun winter project. I've got enough parts around here, I can probably get it together. And I'll show you my second favorite tractor that I'm really looking forward to doing. And it is becoming a bugger to find parts for. And that's this gem right here. Farmall 350 diesel. The diesel emblem is missing off of that one, but not sure exactly what I'm going to do here, but it will run again. I just got to be patient to find the parts, I guess. The engine's locked up right now. Why, we don't know. But we will get it figured out, and we will get it going. There was a little bit of oil in the, a little bit of water in the oil pan, I should say. So never a good sign, but I'm hoping just a head gasket and that'll be that. But good tractor. I cut a lot of hay with this tractor growing up. This was our all-round tractor. Baled with it, raked with it, cut hay with it, a lot of hay with it. This is what we cut road ditches with. We cut our alfalfa with this. And we planted wheat with this for a long time with a press drill. But we'll get to those projects here in a minute. So as you can see, I've got a lot of work to do. And I don't really call it work. It's more fun, tinkering. I like to play around. Let me show you some more tractors. Now this is a 1928 regular. This was my great-grandfather's, John Bierman. This one here, I had a lot of fun with. I used to take it to parades long before Grandpa painted it, and I won so many ribbons with this at shows for most original because it was rusty and you could see some of the blue on it or the gray on it yet. And I came home one day and Grandpa had it painted red. And you know, he was always one to say, oh, we got to keep it original. Well, this tractor should be gray. It should not be red. It's a 1928. And I don't know. He didn't do a very good job on it. He probably rattle canned it. Give the guy a break. He was probably 85 years old when he did it. But I think we're going to strip her down. We're going to paint her back original. And this is probably going to be my pride and joy show tractor. I just love this regular. And a neat story, I've got the thrashing machine. Well, I haven't got it yet, but I've got permission to go get it. I've got the thrashing machine that this tractor ran that also belonged to my great-grandpa Bierman. It's in really rough shape. I doubt I'll ever get it running again, but I just joined the Thrashers, the James Valley Thrashers Club over there last year, and I'm hoping that maybe somebody over there can give me a little insight on the thrashing machines and parts that are available and where to get parts, and hopefully they'll help me out. We'll go over here next. This is a 1948 Farmall H. I just bought this tractor. It came from North Dakota. Good tractor. I need a loader, and I think I'm going to leave this one as it is for a couple years until I get ready to get another loader tractor a little bigger. But this one will push snow for now. Runs really good, starts really good, and I think I'm just gonna leave this one for a couple years until I get a replacement for it. And then right along with that one, I bought this Farmall B. And the Farmall B, it did not run when I put it on the trailer, brought it home. New points, new condenser, new coil, and it started right up. It smoked a little bit when I got it. I actually put it to work on that thing right there, and I worked it. I made it work, and we took care of the smoking, and it runs really good now, starts really good. I bought both of them home at the same time, and I won't tell you how much I paid for them because it'll make you sick. Let's go to this one. This was Grandpa's H, and this one had been restored quite a few years back. It needs it again, but this is his work tractor. He used this one after, oh, this one would start the easiest, and he'd get on this one and mow ditches, and he hooked up hydraulics. Works amazing. Other than not being live, and he pulled this John Deere mower with it. I actually bought this mower from a neighbor, and I didn't give very much for it, and you can see why. But it does work. It works really well. And this is my mom's toy here. She loves this Alice Chalmers baler, and I have baled a ton of bales with this thing. I have that barn over there, what's left of it, I have filled that up, I don't know, 3-4 times with little round bales. And you can see she's got some wear on her, but she's got some life in her. I used it this year. I made some bales with it this year just to keep things moving and keep it greased up. I don't know if you can see the bales over there, but yeah, they're still laying there. They need to be picked up. And I got one more tractor over here I'm going to show you. Sorry if the wind is getting too loud for you. This is another one of my favorites, and we talk about rare tractors, and this one ain't quite as rare. Well, maybe just as rare as that 350, but it's a Minneapolis Moline M670 Super Diesel. Now this one did run. We tried to start it a couple years ago, and the fuel pump is out. So we're going to get that fuel pump rebuilt, get the injectors rebuilt. And this one here, I'm actually looking forward to restoring and just playing around with. I have a lot of good memories on this tractor. We pulled a 5-bottom plow with this tractor. It's amazing. We cultivated with it. This used to be my seat right here. Used to sit on that fender and ride along with Grandpa, listen to the radio over there. A lot of good times on this tractor. So we're going to take a walk out to the machinery line here, and I'm going to show you some things. And there's some fun stuff out here, some neat stuff out here, and just some projects that I can add to Bierman Ageless iron. So you'll have to tell me in the comments, should we keep it or should we scrap it? And I'll show you some of the stuff. But I'm going to flip the camera around here. I'm going to stop it. And we got weeds out here that are, you can see, chest high. I don't want to trip. There's stuff laying in the weeds, and we'll go from there. So we might as well start right here. This is a Case corn picker sheller. I very vaguely remember using this thing. It needs a lot of work, but I don't know if it would ever run again. I've only seen 2 other ones in person. That's at Prairie Village in Madison, and they're both in about the same condition, maybe a little bit worse. But I do remember using this, and I remember pulling it with that Minneapolis Moline 670. We used to have a little Briggs & Stratton gas engine right here, and it would run that auger there. But you know, it'd be fun to get it going and see if we can get it to work again. And but you're not going to pull it anywhere to any shows, obviously. I mean, these aren't made to pull down the road that far, but neat piece of equipment. Some more ageless iron. Now here's that International press drill, and I remember riding out in the field with Grandpa and planting wheat, oats, and there used to be boards across the back here, and as a kid we used to sit on there and make sure that all of the bins were emptying evenly and the hoppers were emptying evenly, and making sure everything didn't plug up and seed was going in. But we used to pull this with that 350 diesel, and we planted a lot of wheat with this, a lot of wheat. Yeah, we'll come to these here. I probably won't ever do anything with these, but these silage cutters, Allis-Chalmers silage cutters, and Grandma used to be on that 350 diesel pulling this one, and Grandpa would be on the 670 pulling this one, and we'd cut silage like mad, pull the wagons behind them, and always had somebody, and when I got a little older I did too, but pulling the silage wagons home and dumping it, and we had a U-Moline with a loader, and it would push the silage up and pack it. And we used to actually pull that press drill with sandbags in it to pack the silage. We'd pull it with that U-Moline up and over the hill, and kept packing silage with that. So yeah, and there's an old Speed King mixer grinder that's completely shot. It's rusted out. That one, probably gonna scrap it. But this one here, I'm one of those manure spreader fanatics. I like these old ground driven manure spreaders. Fence here, there it is. But I think I'm gonna restore this one. Ground driven. I believe it's an International. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is an International. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But I think it's salvageable. And I remember cleaning a hog barn with it when I was little, and I'd get it up to those edges and I would say, "It's full." And Grandpa would come out and say, "It's not full yet." And when he said it was full, it was about 2.5 feet above those rails. So that was full to him. And it did work, 10, 15 years ago, but we just haven't had any use for him anymore. But I think this would be a fun and easy project. And like I said, I'm a manure spreader fanatic. I think I'm going to work on this one. So we got a couple Woods Brothers corn pickers, and this one here I remember using. That one there I think was always just the parts one. And yeah, I don't know if I would ever do anything with these or not. There's a ton of them around, but maybe for a food plot or something they'd work okay. But I'd much rather get that sheller picker, get that one going and use that. But yeah, just some more stuff out here. So I was telling you about, I got another favorite plow that I'd really like to take out and use, and this is it. And I'm not sure the model. I know it's International. I don't know if this is a number 10 or if it's a 3-bottom little Genius, but it's definitely a fun little plow. I dinked around with it when I was little. Grandpa would be out there with the big plow, and I would hook this up to that 350 and I'd pull right behind him And so I did plow with it when I was younger, but this is definitely going to get restored and worked on and taken to shows and do some plowing with it. But if you guys know what model this is, leave it in the comments, let me know. And here we have another press drill. I'm pretty sure that's a John Deere. Yeah, don't know much about it. Don't think we've ever used it. I don't know why it's here. I do not remember anything about it. But it's here, and it looks salvageable, but I don't know that anybody would ever use them anymore. Little pony drill. When I was really young, probably 8, we had this pony drill, and I used it. I planted flax strips with it, and I was pretty proud of my flax strips, and it was just something that Grandpa thought, we'll let him play a little bit, and so we did. I actually pulled it with that F20. That's what I planted it with, and we went diagonal across the field. And you know, at that age, flex strips aren't something you can really mess up too bad. But yeah, little pony drill. I think I'll keep it. So remember, I said I'm a manure spreader fanatic, and this one here was horse drawn at one time, but it does have a hitch on it down there in the weeds now. They pulled it behind the tractor. I believe this is a John Deere. I'm almost certain it is, but this one definitely, I've always thought that would be fun to get out and replace the wood, paint it, and restore it. I think it would be a fun project, actually. And a lot of people do like to collect them and take them to shows. Put the kids in there, throw candy out at parades and stuff. But yeah, I think I'll keep this too. And I got a couple of these sitting around, and they're not good for anything anymore. The Minneapolis Moline pull type combines, don't know anything about them. Just know they're an eyesore right now, but I don't ever remember even using them. So I think I'll get rid of them. And last but not least, we've got Grandpa's homemade pontoon. And I'm telling you, the tubing I used to do behind this thing, and not even sure if it holds water anymore, floats anymore, holds water. I'm sure it holds plenty of water, but yeah, it's probably 14 feet, 16 feet long, but could be fun to take out on the lake. Have to see what it does and see if it floats. But let me know what you think. So that's what we got. I'm gonna walk along the beans here. I don't know, you ever seen so many beans? Just gorgeous bean crop this year. Waist high, lush, full. We just got 6 inches of rain for the second week of August. We really needed it, and it really helped. And it should be plenty to get us through till harvest. I see they are starting to get buds on them. So yeah, anyways, that's what we got. And let me know in the comments if you think I should keep it, scrap it, anything that you would do with it. And to follow these projects, hit that like button and click follow. Until next time, as Grandpa would say, a little dirt never hurts.